Hello students, today we are going to start lecture number 5 on optics. Today's topic will be dispersion of light and prism, and second is prism formula. So let us start the today's topic. Firstly, prism. Glass prism. Glass prisms are often used to bend light in a given direction as well as to bend it back again, also known as retroreflection. This is the diagram of prism. This is your prism. Then dispersion of white light. Here we have to consider this is your prism, and if ray will be incident, this is the incident ray, then it will constitute the 7 color like this. This 7 color, the topmost will be red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo and violet. So let us understand what is meant by the dispersion of light. So dispersion of white light through prism. What is this? The phenomenon of splitting a ray of white light into its constituent colors in bracket wavelength is called as dispersion, and the band of colors from violet to red is called as spectrum. That is VIBGYOR. These are the 7 colors. Let us consider here, this is your prism section. And this white light will be incident, that is the monochromatic light. This is your monochromatic light will be incident. White light will be incident on this prism section of a surface AB. Then it will be constitutes a 7 color like this. In this 7 color, there will be red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo and violet. And then causes of dispersion. What are the causes of dispersion? We know that the mu is nothing but the refractive index. This refractive index, V, is the violet color. So refractive index of violet is equal to sin I upon sin RV. That means the refractive index of violet is equal to sin I, angle of incidence, and what is RV? The refractive angle of refraction in violet color. And also mu R is equal to sin I upon sin RR. What is I? I is the angle of incidence. This is the angle of incidence, and sin RR. That means this is the refractive, this is the angle of refraction in a red color. Since mu V is greater than mu R. What is mu V? Mu V is the refractive index of violet color must be greater than refractive index of red color. Let us see here. This is the this is your constitution 7 color. In this 7 color, the RR is greater than RV. That means the angle of refraction for red color must be greater than angle of refraction in violet color. So the colors are refracted at different angles and hence get separated. So this is about the dispersion of white light through the prism. Then in this diagram, there is a refraction of light through a triangular glass prism. So let us see here. In this diagram, this is the principal section ABC of a prism. This is your principal section of ABC of a prism. Then in this diagram, PE is your incident ray. This is your incident ray. Then EF, this ray EF is the refracted ray. Then FS, where is FS? FS is your emergent ray. This is your emergent ray. Then angle A is called as the angle of the prism. Angle A is the angle of prism. Then I is called the angle of incidence. Then R is called as the angle of refraction. Then angle E is called as the angle of emergence. And this angle D is called as the angle of deviation. Is called as the angle of deviation. So this will be the refraction of light through a triangular glass prism. Then we have to find out the prism formula. For this prism formula, we have to consider the refraction of light through prism. Let us consider in this diagram. In this diagram, we know that this is the principal section of a prism. This is the principal section of a prism. Then angle A. This is the angle A is the refracting angle of prism, or also it is called as angle of prism. Then BC is the base. BC is the base. Now when a monochromatic ray BP, strikes first reflecting surface AB, then a monochromatic ray will be strike or incident in a surface AB, then in a surface AB, then N1O is the normal passing through the point of incident P, Then angle of incident at P is I. This is your angle of incidence. We know that angle of incidence is angle in between the normal and the incident ray. Then angle incident ray. After refracting at P, the ray deviates towards the normal. And strike the second refracting surface AC. Okay. Then it strikes second time in a refracting surface AC at point Q, which is the point of emergence. Then also N2QO is the normal passing through the point Q. N2QO is the normal passing through the point Q. Then the angle of refraction at P and Q. Angle of refraction at P and Q are R1 and R2. Okay. Then this is a angle of emergence. Then angle of refraction R1, angle of refraction R2, and this is the delta. It's called as the angle of deviation. So when we if we increase this BP incident ray like this, then this Q will be here. So therefore this point D is called as angle of D is called as the angle of deviation. It is the angle of deviation. Then consider in a quadrilateral APOQ. Let us see here in quadrilateral APOQ. What is this? A, P, O and Q. So in this quadrilateral, the angle APO and angle AQO is equal to 90 degree because of angle of normal. That is the since N1 and N2 are normal. Therefore, angle A plus angle O is equal to 180 degree. Angle A plus angle O is equal to 180 degree. Then, since the normal N1 and N2 are normal. Okay. So, angle A plus angle O is equal to 180 degree. Then, consider the triangle OPQ. Consider the triangle OPQ. Therefore, in this triangle, R1 plus R2 plus O is equal to 180 degree. Is equal to. Then also consider a triangle Q, D, P and Q. In this triangle, delta is the outer angle of this triangle. Therefore, delta is equal to, this is your I. So, angle of incidence. Therefore, angle of DPO is I minus R1. DPQ is I minus R1 plus E minus R2. E minus R2. Then I minus R1 plus E minus R2. Therefore, delta is equal to I plus E minus R1 plus R2. So, from equation 1 and 2, A is equal to R1 plus R2. From equation number 3, delta is equal to I plus E minus A. Therefore, I plus E is equal to A plus delta. So, what is I? I is the angle of incidence. What is E? E is the angle of emergence. That is equal to angle of prism plus angle of deviation. So, sum of angle of incidence and angle of emergence is equal to the sum of angle of prism and angle of deviation. Angle of deviation. Then variation of angle of deviation with angle of incidence. Let us see here in this graph, when the angle of incidence will be increases, the angle of deviation will be decreases. Angle of deviation will be decreases. At a particular value of angle of incidence, at a particular value of angle of incidence, the angle of deviation becomes minimum. Angle of deviation becomes minimum and is called as the angle of minimum deviation, that is delta m. That is delta m. Then if we consider the B, P, Q and C, B, P, Q and C, principle of reversibility of light of path B, P, Q, C, I is equal to R. I is equal to E. I is equal to E and R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R. Therefore, after minimum deviation, angle of deviation increases with the angle of incidence. Then refractive index of material of prism. We know that A is equal to R1 plus R2. Therefore, A is equal to, we say here R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R. Therefore, A is equal to R plus R, that is A equal to 2R. And R is therefore R is equal to A by 2. Small r is equal to A by 2. We know formula I plus E is equal to A plus delta. Therefore, twice I is equal to A plus delta m. We know that I is equal to E. Therefore, put here I plus I is equal to A plus delta m. What is delta m? Delta m is the minimum deviation, angle of minimum deviation. Therefore, I is equal to A plus delta m divided by 2. Then we know that according to Snell's law, mu is equal to sin I upon R1. That is equal to sin I upon sin R. What is sin I upon sin R? Sin I is the angle of incidence and sin R is the angle of refraction. Angle of refraction. So put the value of angle I and angle R. We get mu is equal to sin of A plus delta m upon 2 divided by sin of A by 2. Here R value will be A by 2. So put here, and I value will be A plus delta m upon 2. So we get mu is equal to sin A plus delta m upon 2 divided by sin of A by 2. So this formula is known as the Prism formula. So this is your Prism formula. So thank you.